Hey guys, Crypto Mike here with the mic check. 1 2 1 2. Is this thing on? Please hit the thumbs, the subscribe, and the notification bell. Also, please download the Brave browser for you and for me. It's a really good browser. How you guys doing? Oh, you know what? I forgot to pull up the chat. Give me 1 sec. We're gonna vote on the top 5 most influential people in crypto. There's a poll on CoinDesk. All right. So, hey, what's up, Triple Moon? What's going on? All right. Hey, Guac Girl, how you doing today? Oh, and thanks again, you guys, both of you for helping me out yesterday. That was cool. Yeah, good live stream it was. So, um, on Layer One, that's a good channel, guys. Check it out, especially if you're into DeFi or NFTs. And they also just interviewed what's his name? Something Rice from Stellar, and that was a good video. Yeah, they like Ultra. They're in UOS. They like it. Yep. All right. So now, please hit the thumbs. Actually, don't hit the thumbs. Only hit the thumbs if you feel like it. Honestly. So yeah, they love Ultra. All right, guys. I'm a little tired. Let me drink. Let me get a little that coffee from my Chainlink, my Crypto Mike Chainlink mug. I think his name was Coffee Link on Twitter. He does mugs, and they're really good. I think it was $20 or something. Yeah. So it's really cloudy, cold over here. We haven't had that in a while. Sorry if let me put this back a little. That might be better. Yeah. All right. So check it out. I saw this morning and I figured this would be a good one to live stream about because we can go through it together. Hey, Lady Enigma. So, yeah, influential as YouTubers, CEOs, doesn't matter. I don't think any YouTubers, no. They're talking about high up people. And when, there's Lagarde in there, there's Powell, there's Garlinghouse, there's a lot of people we know. There's a few people we don't know that, or I don't know, you might know. So we'll go through the list, and I'm gonna vote mine. And I should have dropped the link. I'll tweet this link out actually, guys. And if you want to go to my Twitter go to Twitter down there in the description. Follow me on Twitter. All right, so I'm a little tired today, just so you know. I'm probably gonna wake up after drinking my coffee. So, all right, so I'm gonna share this on Twitter. I'm just gonna tweet it out. If you want to go vote, go through it with me, then that'd be cool. Whatever you want. So let's check it out. All right, so I'm gonna read this article here, and it's fair to say that 2020 has not been a good year by most metrics. A pandemic raged worldwide. The global economy tanked, and social divisions grew wider. There's no way to avoid this in a year-end retrospective. Still, crypto has been on the up and up. It was a year of firsts. Yeah, it was. It was a good year, guys. The US Congress entertained the idea of a digital dollar for the first time. Ethereum will become the largest blockchain to completely reinvent itself. Bitcoin, for the first time, ended up on the balance sheets of multiple publicly traded corporations as a hedge against inflation. There's work to be done and more barriers to break, but the financial and technological revolution underpinned by open source public blockchain technology is well on its way. We've seen the maturation of decentralized finance, DeFi, plus plenty of food fights. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Ask TMI about that, the modern investor. The well-regarded launch of Filecoin, Filecoin went up like 300% in one day after the ICO. and astounding growth in the value and use of crypto dollars. And that's, oh, there's more. Every year, CoinDesk recognizes the most influential people working to expand cryptocurrency and blockchain's reach. It's a list of the 10 outsized individuals who have gone the furthest and done the most, as determined by our readers and editorial staff. In this most unusual year, we need your help determining who should be named as most influential. Take a moment to check out a long list of the top contenders, as determined by CoinDesk editors and reporters, and cast a vote to help us determine a short list of 15. If your choice is not on the long list, nominate someone else in the second question. We try to feature fresh faces every year, though there are exceptions if repeated nominees have outdone themselves again. Here are all the previous winners, and they give you these links so you can check them out. Do you guys want to check those out real quick? 2014. Let's just real quick check these out. Real quick. So this is 2014, the top 10 most influential. Here's the list. Let's see. Mark Andreessen. This was back when Bitcoin was like 4 years old. Oh, yeah. Ross Ulbricht. Wow. Now he's in prison. Oh, yeah. That was a while ago. He got arrested. He's been in prison for 6, 7 years, something like that. Roger Ver, okay, there's a lot of controversy. People don't really like him that much, but I don't mind him. Yeah, I don't hate anyone in the crypto space. There's no one, like, people hate Craig Wright. I don't hate him. People, you know what? I'm a contrarian, to be honest. It makes me want to buy a little bit of BSV. The more people don't like the leader of a coin or foundation or company, the more I want to buy that, because I've noticed a lot of the contrarian coins are the ones that blow up out of nowhere. And a lot of the big influencers, I think, maybe they know that. And so I don't know. I really don't know. I'm not a big influencer. I don't really know what goes on in even the mid to upper circles. I have no idea. I mean, I'm in a low little circle. I'm with you guys. I research, I share what I can, and I don't try to hide anything from anyone. Ben Losky, I don't know who that is. Now, Vitalik Buterin, he definitely deserves this. I have a lot of respect for him, especially this year. I've learned a lot about Ethereum. Ethereum 2.0 is coming out soon, and that's going to just catapult Ethereum to new heights, in my opinion. So that was a good choice in 2014. Another Andreessen. I forgot who this guy was. Gavin Andreessen. I think a lot of OGs really know who he is because I've heard them talk about. Look, it's Satoshi Nakamoto. And then Tim Draper. He's aged a little bit since then. He headed the blockchain summit this year. He's the one who was in charge of that. Mark Karpelès. Oh, the downfall of Mount Gox. Oh yeah, he was involved in Mount Gox. This guy, Andreas Antonopoulos. I highly recommend that you watch some of his videos, especially if you're new to Bitcoin or blockchain. If any of you guys are new and want to really listen to one of his speeches for like an hour, you will learn an immense amount of knowledge. Okay, I highly suggest you check out Andreas Antonopoulos on YouTube. All right, so that was 2014. 2015. Bobby Lee. Okay, he was head of a Bitcoin exchange. Blythe Masters. I'm only really gonna go over the people I've heard of or know. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, I think he's in the running this year. I'm not sure. We'll go over that. Thamos. I think that's Mr. Baba Kugs' screen profile pic. Give me one more second. Gavin Anderson, he won it twice, two times in a row. Vitalik won 2 times in a row. Brian Armstrong, he's in the running this year. He's the CEO of Coinbase. Wentz, I don't know who that is. Brian Ford, I don't know who that is. Satoshi Nakamoto. All right, 2016. 2016. That's a sad last name. She's cute though. Perrianne Boring. I feel bad for her. But hey, she was successful even though she's a boring. Chris DeRose and John Sith. I don't know who they are. Okay, podcast. Richard Gindel Brown. Don and Alex Tapscott. Yeah, I mean these. I'm not an OG. I got it in 2018, so a lot of these names I just don't know. Oh, Blockstream. Okay. Adam Ludwin. Visa, Capital One. Satoshi Nakamoto again. 3 times in a row. Andreas Antonopoulos again. Vitalik Buterin again. 3 times in a row. And the Dow hacker. All right. So, and see, I wasn't there for that. Probably glad I'm not, I guess. Okay, this is a little different style. The Contrarian. Oh, Eric Voorhees. He's good. I liked his debate against Peter Schiff. That's his name, right? Yeah. It was a Bitcoin versus gold debate, and they both did very well. They both had good points. I would suggest having both, you know. And when I say Bitcoin, I'm speaking in general terms, because most people who aren't in crypto yet, they consider crypto to be Bitcoin. That's pretty much mostly all they know when they hear the word cryptocurrency or blockchain. They think of Bitcoin mostly. Although nowadays we are going to start venturing into new areas instead of just Bitcoin. Ethereum is going to be big. I think XRP is going to be big. Even Tron. There's a bunch more. VeChain, Cardano. I think Cardano will do well, but probably in a few years. I think it'll do really well. It'll do good during this bull run, of course. I think Stellar's going to be big. Algo, 0x, Omise Go. There's quite a few now that are gonna rise up in the ranks. Ren, Republic Protocol. Alkeen, the Cowboy, Joe Lubin. I don't know why they didn't put like actual pictures of them. Naval. Is he the one who does the tweets? Charlie Lee. Okay, a lot of people are mad at him or don't like him, but everyone's got a reason for doing something. He had a reason for giving up a lot of his Litecoin, okay? I'm hearing still that Litecoin is going to be used by governments, so we'll see. I don't know if it's true. Jamie Dimon, the dinosaur, they said. They called him the dinosaur. Bitcoin is a fraud, he said. Yeah, then they came out with the JPM coin. Bitcoin sign guy. I don't know what that is, but yeah, OGs probably do. Okay, so okay, that's funny. Bitcoin sign guy, buy Bitcoin. They're just kind of satirizing people you see on the streets and stuff like that. And then there's people like, I would consider myself one of those guys. At my old job, I did that. I was that annoying guy who talked about crypto all the time, and everyone was so annoyed with me. There was a few people who actually listened, But most people really were annoyed. Looking back, yeah, I guess I was probably kind of annoying. And that's fine because there was that annoying Bitcoin guy back in 2015, 2016. There was that guy. I'm sure he helped people get rich. That's the main goal, help good people get rich. 2018. Brenna Sparks, isn't she a porn star or something? Oh, now this is Crypto Kitties. Okay. Oh, this is interesting. I like this. So, Brenna Sparks, I'm not going to go into all these. Then there was Jeremy Allaire. Hester Pierce. I think that's Cryptom, right? I think she's in the running this year too. Tom Jessup. Glenn Whale. Jen McCaleb. That was in 2018. Yeah, his quote was, "There's no point in yelling. This is a revolution. Just let the revolution quietly happen." XRP Army, baby. Haha. I can proudly say I was in the XRP Army during 2018. Yeah, that was before I started my YouTube channel. This is who? Nouriel Roubini. I've heard of him. I don't really know exactly who he is, but he's a Bitcoin advocate. Elizabeth Stark. CZ Binance. Of course, yeah. I'm surprised he's not in the running this year. He probably was in 2019. Now we'll go to the last one, 2019. Then we're going to go ahead and vote for this year's top 5 most influential people. By the way, CoinDesk was created. It is part of the group of companies and foundations that were created partly by the people, members of the Federal Reserve. This is Jack Dorsey. This is 2019's top 10 most influential. Caitlin Long, I like her. She's very smart, very intelligent. She knows what she's saying. She knows what she's talking about. Andrew Yang, interesting. Huh. Well, I'll tell you what. Andrew Yang was there to usher in the idea of getting money, UBI. We're not there yet. Trust me, they want to go there. The leaders of this world, they want us to get into a place where we accept money for free. There's a couple of different ways to look at it. It's not good for the economy. It's not good for our freedom. We don't want to just be freeloaders because that makes us lazy. A lot of people get lazy and then they lose a lot of the sense of purpose that they have in life. When you have a job, when you have work, when you do something productive every day, you feel good. Even though you might not like it at the moment. You might be breaking your back. That's something you don't want to do, but you want to feel productive. It's good for your sense of self-worth because everyone should have a sense of self-worth and they should have a rational understanding of their self-worth. You need to know you're worth something if you want to be successful. I don't know who this is. David Marcus. Oh, co-founder of Libra. Well, that kick-started the mini bull market. That's pretty much what started the bull market last year, or people got interested in crypto when the news started talking about Libra. Sergey Nazarov, yep. Sergey Nazarov, he's awesome. And Crypto Viewing, they did a report on him and it was very interesting. I highly recommend you check it out. Um, it'll give you like a little bit of an insight on Sergei Nazarov. Sergey, I keep forgetting. So he's the creator of Chainlink, and he's been, a lot of people think he might be Satoshi Nakamoto, including myself. I think he might be part of the group or just the person who, helped create Bitcoin. Rune Christensen. Who was that? Oh, no. Who was that? Meltem Demirors. Munib Ali. Ted Livingston. Hey, Nikki. Crypto Insomniac. What's up, brother? Actually, I think you're a guy. Yeah. Sometimes I don't know. You don't know. But you're in my group. So. Who's that? Gerald Cotton. This is 2019. Oh, Hodl Not. Hodl Not. He's a Twitter personality. Yeah. Oh, wow. Okay. So now we can vote on this year's. Let me read the rest of this. Who had the best year in crypto? Who was at the top of his or her game and deserves recognition for their efforts and achievements? And most important, who did we miss? I'm going to type, there's 2 people in mind that I have. And I'll tell you when we get there. They missed one person who he should have been on one of those lists. Because I respect him. I like him. Anyways, we'll go down. We'll get there. So let's go vote. Let's go see who they have in the running this year. Okay, so have your say. CoinDesk's most influential of 2020. Every year, every year CoinDesk recognizes the most influential people working to expand cryptocurrency and blockchain's reach. This includes coders, building tools, investors funding development, entrepreneurs starting companies, regulators passing supportive policies, and the podcasters, writers, and thinkers who will usher in a financial revolution. CoinDesk needs your help to determine who we should celebrate in this year's most influential series. Our editors and reporters put together a long list of the top contenders, but we need your vote to decide who will be on the short list. Who had the best year in crypto? Who was at the top of his or her game and deserves recognition for efforts and achievements? And most importantly, who did we miss? Below, please nominate 5 people you feel made the greatest impact. Then, for question 2, name anyone you feel we've forgotten and should include. Thanks for your time and help. Let's go. Okay. All right, so let's choose. Oh, he is there. Okay, good. So then there's one person I'm going to write in who really deserves it, I don't see how he couldn't. Been doing amazing work, just hard work, nonstop. And you guys might be surprised who I choose, but you might not. I don't know. Now, let's take a look. Pavel Durov, the Telegram CEO for battling the SEC. Apparently, they didn't get sued, but their token got taken out of existence. They had their own, Telegram was designing their own, I don't know if it was their own blockchain or just token. For anyone who doesn't know, there's a difference between a coin and a token. A token is built on a blockchain that is open sourced. A coin is actually built from the ground up on their own blockchain. I would not say Telegram CEO, no. Anthony Pompliano, he's the one I didn't see on here that I would have written in. I've been watching a lot of his. You guys, if you want to learn, it's kind of like Andreas Antonopoulos. If you want to learn from a wide variety of people who have opinions and any kind of weight in this new crypto industry that we're going into. He interviews people. It's usually an hour-long interview. He does it like every day. He interviews a lot of people, famous people. He definitely, in my opinion, will be on Joe Rogan's podcast someday. I'm gonna vote for him. That's one of my votes. Let me know what you think in the comments section. Jerome Powell, Federal Reserve Chairman, for ushering in an unprecedented level of stimulus. I'm not going to vote for him, no. Indirectly proving Bitcoin's core thesis. Now that's true. Yeah, now seeing the unlimited quantitative easing made a lot of people more bullish on Bitcoin. Now there was a guy at my old job 2 years ago. He said, "Mike, shut up. The dollar is never going away. It's never going to lose value. So shut up." And I was like, whatever, dude. All right, we'll see. And look what's happening. And this is just the beginning of inflation. Just wait. I'm not going to vote for Jerome Powell because he didn't have a say in that. Trump was controlling him the whole time. He had no say in that. He was a puppet. All right, Graham Ivan Clark, teenage Twitter hacker. Oh, that guy. A lot of high-profile Twitter accounts got hacked, and then he ransomed for Bitcoin, and it wasn't even that much. It was funny, but you know what? I'm very skeptical of like any news report that comes out. Honestly, in my mind, I question everything now that I see in the news. That could have been planned out, could be fake. I don't know, but it could be real too because it's a real person. Graham Ivan Clark, teenage Twitter hacker, for bringing attention to the flaws of centralized social media companies. Now that is actually a good point. I really like what they're doing here. They're telling you what's going on. Even if they're not like good guys or good advocates, they did bring attention to a certain part of the centralized aspect of our lives that is really starting to have more and more control over us, even though we are not having any kind of say in that. Decentralized social media platforms are something that I'm looking forward to with a lot of enthusiasm. I'm very excited about what's coming. Decentralization is going to change our lives. It's going to change our lives. It's real. It's real. And I've experienced it this year. And it's fun. It's just like fun thinking about that our future is going to be much better, in my opinion. It's going to be better. It's going to be more, it's going to be trustless. And when I say trustless, we're not going to have to use our judgment to see if we can trust this or that entity or this person or this business. Every time we meet someone or go into business with a partner, try to, create a business partner, and we need to use our instincts and our trust, and that kind of puts us up in here in the front. I mean, it puts us back here in the fight or flight kind of area of our brain. That's where we're thinking when we're trying to figure out if we can trust people. It's fight or flight, and then once we start to trust them, we start using the more of the creative part of our mind because we free up that untrust, and so trustlessness is coming where we don't have to, because smart contracts are gonna show us. They're gonna do all that for us. They're indisputable. It's gonna be, by 2030, the life we live is gonna be so different. It's gonna be so different. I'm not gonna vote for Graham Ivan Clark. He doesn't deserve recognition for hacking people's. He might be a white hat. I don't know. Might be a gray hat. Might be a black hat. But he was ransoming for Bitcoin. He drew attention to Bitcoin, and also he drew attention to the flaws of centralized social media companies. It was very good, actually. It was good. Indirectly, maybe, for the crypto space. I'm not going to vote for him though. Juan Bennett, Protocol Labs, for launching Filecoin. Uh, that's just too new. You know what? Filecoin is one of the ones I think in one of the big hedge fund groups. They have it in their portfolio. And I had a friend who was telling me just 2 months ago, check it out. Check out Filecoin, look into it. And then just the ICO came out, probably about 3 weeks ago, maybe. And it blasted Filecoin up into the top 100. And it was like a 300, 400% gain in one day because it got listed on Gemini, Binance, not Coinbase, but Coinbase Custody, all in one day. And that's one of the ones I think Filecoin is chosen. I think Filecoin is one of the chosen ones. Honestly, I don't hold any. Maybe I should though. I'm thinking about it. It actually has come down a lot since then, since the ICO. So it might be a good time to start looking into it a little. I'm gonna start looking into, especially the chart, but I'm gonna look into exactly what it is. As far as I know, it's like a file. It's for data and info on people. It's I'm not exactly sure too much. I'm gonna look into it. Chris Giancarlo, former CFTC chief, for bringing the digital dollar to the halls of Congress. I'd say he should be up. I don't know about top 5, but in the top 10. He did something amazing, and well, he's trying to push to get crypto regulated. And we need crypto regulation. Okay, we need to know what's happening. What the companies, the U.S. is falling behind now. I have reason to believe. Where's my tinfoil hat? I threw it away. I'll make a new one a little later. But tinfoil hat time. I have reason to believe the U.S. is purposely falling behind. Power is intentionally being shifted from the Western world to the Eastern world. That's why they're letting China go ahead and do their thing. The BRICS nations, they're getting into it before us. The Eastern world will go digital before us, and we will follow. Is it to learn from their mistakes? They'll probably say that, yeah, we're doing it right. We're taking our time, but we want to do it right. So, but I do believe that this is a big power shift. This is a big cycle shift. Okay. And the Western world has been very arrogant and macho. And it's time for that power to shift. We're going to be less aggressive. I'll tell you what. Right now, by 4 years from now, we will be ready for that shift. And we're going to slowly migrate. It's going to take time, and that's fine with me. Give me as much time as I can get to get prepared for what's coming. So I'm going to consider Chris Giancarlo. I'm not going to tap it. I'm not going to vote for him right now, but I'll go back if I don't have 5. Christine Lagarde. A lot of us know about her, European Central Bank president. And she was the head of the IMF, right? I think, yeah. For directing Europe towards a digital euro. I'm not going to vote for her because that's her job. It's just part of the plan. I'm not going to vote for her. No, but she did bring us a lot of insight, and, it's just her job. So I'm not going to, honestly, bring in a digital. I mean, that's the leader's jobs. That's part of the plan. So, yeah, she brought a lot of attention to a digital money. So that's good. She had her part to play. DeFi degens. Now they're just generalizing a group of you know, mostly it's like the Wi-Fi people, the Lend Av people, you know, DeFi degens for seeking yield everywhere. And when they say degens, they mostly mean like gamblers, you know, that's kind of what they're saying. And there's a lot of people out there who, a lot of crypto traders out there who proudly display the fact that they consider themselves degens. And I think it used to be kind of a, I think it used to be kind of a not nice thing to call someone, but nowadays it's just like after this whole DeFi run, we had that DeFi alt run, you know, starting well, I mean, it really started all the way back in April, you know, but then it really got kicked into high gear during July and August. And then it just dropped off the face of the planet. But I do think we're going to have another little DeFi run because I think a lot of the DeFi players up top learned a lot. And they've been developing their coins and tokens and their blockchains and all that. I'm not going to vote for DeFi degens. Now, Andrew Cronje, I think that's how you say it, Yearn Finance creator. Wi-Fi was, in my opinion, most definitely the star of the DeFi run. Wi-Fi, Yearn Finance. I mean, did you see how many, you know, copycats there were? There was at least probably 20, probably more. So everyone was copying it, you know, and then they were all popping off too. It's just a way to make money for people, you know. I don't think the copycats were, they might have been serious, but, you know, Yearn Finance was the one that brought yield farming to people's attention. And then it brought a lot of money into this space. Okay, people who want to earn money just for holding, you know, it's kind of like interest, you know, just for farming their coins, their tokens. He's in the running. I'm gonna say he's probably gonna be there in their list. I'm gonna keep him in mind. He's not a definite vote. All right, so far I've only voted for one person, Anthony Pompliano. I really enjoy his podcast, and I enjoy his new podcast with his wife, Lunch Money. I enjoy it every day. It's a 20-minute little clip, and I just enjoy it. It brings a little bit of light to my day in the morning. So, Hive, very underrated. Justin Sun bought Steem. He took it over, and then the community from Steem, a lot of them didn't like that. They said, what the heck's going on? We had something good. You know what, though? I think Hive is creating a better Steem. I own Hive. That's one of my holdings. I think it's underrated. I'm definitely going to keep them in the running. Actually, you know what? No, I'm just going to vote for them. I'm going to vote because they need probably as many votes as they can get because no one is talking about them. I mean, the people on the inside, underground people, they know what's going on with Hive. I mean, go look at their platform. It's just crazy, but it's like a cryptocurrency social platform. It's pretty cool. Wang Chung, F2 Pool co-founder. I don't know who that is. So, for encoding, history has repeated on the Bitcoin halving block. Oh, that was a big deal back then. But it just kind of fell by the wayside. Like it was pretty cool for the OGs who understood all that. I kind of like halfway understand it, but not really. So I'm not going to vote for him. People's Bank of China for leading the charge to national digital currencies. I'm going to say they definitely are helping out with the crypto bull run that's starting with the digital yuan. I'm hearing it's not really going too well. That's fine. We're letting them. And so, I mean, that's where, you know, if you want to look at it this way, America's kind of just letting them make mistakes and learning. It's kind of like how China with the coronavirus came out with the coronavirus, and we learned from them. We learned from all the countries around that area and what they did and what worked and what didn't. I mean, we did to the best of our ability as a nation, I'd say. So we did things maybe a little different because we learned from them. If it was us first, more people might have died. And by the way, I think the U.S. has maybe the most positive COVID cases. Do you know why? I hope you do. I hope you know why. It's because we have the most testing out of any nation. So it's very, very common sense that the more you test, the more you find positive cases. The more negative cases you find too. No one's talking about that though. Now, also they're calling anything a positive case for coronavirus. It's just part of the protocol, apparently. I would say, I'm not an advocate for China or anything, but I must say they really did put a lot of big eyes on cryptocurrency. Roham Garagozulu, Dapper Labs CEO, for breathing life back into NFTs. Oh, well, I'm digging the NFT space. I think it's kind of like the DeFi space. Now, if you get in early, like now, it's like getting into DeFi early, like early. That's how I feel, and that's why I'm in the DeFi space, NFT space. That's why I'm in it. I'm getting involved in it. I'm holding only 2 different coins, I think. There's another one though. VeChain, I think they're gonna do something with the NFTs, and then there was another one I'm holding that is talking about, and I think Algo. There's another one with that. Anyways, I'm holding Meme. That's the OG of the NFTs. I'm holding it. I'm farming pineapples, and then what you do is you farm enough because you got in early. Then you wait. You have a ton of pineapples to buy one of those super rare NFTs with. Then you go on OpenSea.io or Rarible or Super Rare. You go and sell it. I mean, some of these are going for $25,000 for one NFT, one card. $25,000. One meme, one of the meme cards, the legendary Vitalik Buterin, went for $25,000. Someone got that for free. All he had to do was buy meme, farm it. It was a little more complicated because there's different pools. So you really should start learning about that now. Even if you don't want to buy any, it's probably a good idea to kind of get into it because it's very exciting. I'm telling you, it's fun. It's very exciting and fun. And it offsets the boringness of the XRP price. That was my huge coin. And a couple of years ago, I was like all in on XRP. And it's just so boring. And it kept going down. And I really couldn't do that to myself. I couldn't just keep tossing money into something. I don't know. I like to be stimulated too. I like to time things because I learn so much every day that it's actually pretty easy for me to time things. I talk to a lot of people. I go on social media. I go all over the place. I go in every nook and cranny looking for info. That's why I'm not holding all XRP anymore because I don't know when it's going to go. I think next year, maybe this year, hopefully this year. If it goes this year, I don't think it's going to be huge. Maybe $1 at the most. I don't know. It's hard to tell. You can't tell because they're very secretive about that stuff. But if you look at history, you see that it was a lot of down, and then it went sideways for a while. And then at the height of the bull market, 2017, early 2018, it skyrocketed. It also, in the middle of 2017, it skyrocketed too. I'm thinking it's going to start skyrocketing big time by summer of next year. Or even maybe January 1st. There's a few dates, okay, for the XRP people here. There's a few dates I have in mind that I've heard, or I've heard like rumors and stuff. And it doesn't mean that it's going to happen, but I'll give you the dates that I'm looking for. November 6th or 5th, right after election. There's also January 1st. Honestly, those are the two dates I'm looking at right now. And then there's like July. There's like July 2021. I'm looking at right after the election. Robert Kiyosaki, he thinks the markets will crash hard on election day. If that's true, he's pretty good. He's pretty good at, he knows things. And if they do, I don't think they will. But if they do, that would make sense if, the market went up a few days later, like on the 6th. Because there would be that big crash right before the bull market went into full swing. And that's kind of what happened back in February. The big crash that we had, it was just insane. Just boom, fell off a cliff. Every market. Just boom. And then, well, I think that was when the lockdowns happened, I think. And then right afterwards, we got a stimulus bill, and all that money went into, a lot of it went into crypto, and there's a lot more coming into crypto, guys. Whew. I mean, there's a lot of money out there. A lot of money. All right. So, and then also Trump said transparency starts on January 1st. He said that. So I don't know what it means, but I like it. I like the word transparency. I want that. I want transparency, truth, justice. I want that. I want that. We need it. We need it to revive the soul of America, on an individual level, on a group level, on a world level. We need truth, transparency, and justice. Because this is it's hurting. It's hurting us hard. All the stuff that's going on. The media lying to us. I think they lie to us straight up. Straight up lies. They've gotten into bad habits of lying. I almost think that whatever they say, the opposite is true. That's kind of where I'm starting to head, All right, so let's go down. I'm not going to vote for Roham because I've never heard of him. Aloha, Hua, Aloha, Lua, Alaolua, Laolu, Osuntun Okun. I just massacred his name, I'm sure. But he's the CTO of Lightning Labs. And Lightning went wumbo. I'm not going to even go there because all I hear is lightning, and then Bitcoin's still very slow. All right, so Mike Belshi, BitGo CEO. Oh, by the way, BitGo is being looked at by PayPal. Now, BitGo was announced to be a Ripple partner in 2017. So PayPal might acquire within the next few weeks. They might acquire the BitGo exchange or company, and then that would be an indirect connection to Ripple. I mean, Ripple's got their hands in everything. They are connected to all the money. All right. I'm not going to vote for him, but he led the top custodian for BTC and ETH in BitGo's prime broker status. Gavin Wood, Polkadot founder, for launching his second top 5 blockchain, Polkadot, this year. Oh, I wonder what his first one was. Does anyone know? What was his first one, Gavin Wood? He's Polkadot. I think it was Ethereum. Oh, my back. Oh. Yeah, I don't know enough about him. I'm not going to vote for him. Paulo Ardoino, the Tether CTO. I'm not going to vote for that. For being the face of the world's largest stablecoin. No. Get audited first. Let's see if you have all that money or not. First. Brian Armstrong of Coinbase. for taking an apolitical stand. I highly respect him for that. That's how I want to be. Apolitical. I like to take an objective stance when I'm looking at things. Um, it's healthier. Okay. Oh, and I'll show you a little later an exchange between David Schwartz and a lot of the followers on Twitter. It was very good. I like the way. I don't like when people make fun of someone else, and that's just a cheap shot. That's a cheap shot. When you go and make fun of someone, that is so cheap, and it's a reflection of who you really are. It's just so apparent when you do that. It's come on, you can do better. That's what I say. But David Schwartz had a good thread, and I'll show you that a little later. So I'm going to vote for Brian Armstrong. I strongly admire a company who takes an apolitical stance in this current political environment, because it's typically one side or the other. There's a very small percentage of entities or people who stay in the middle, who don't want to get involved. He put out a letter to his employees, Brian Armstrong, and he said, hey, we're going to take an apolitical stance. No politics in the workspace. That's a new rule. He said, if you want to leave because of that, that's fine. I mean, why would someone leave because they were taking politics out of the workspace? I mean, it's not like he's supporting one side or another, but people did leave because of that, and they got severance packages, like a 4-month severance package or something. So he did a good job on that. I'm proud. I like it. I'm proud of being a Coinbase supporter. I am a Coinbase supporter. I strongly believe it's probably going to be one of the next crypto banks. Okay, Kraken was first. Kraken is like Coinbase's older brother. All right. Coinbase, I believe, is coming next or pretty soon as being a crypto bank. Now, they're strongly aligned with the regulatory standards that the SEC is setting. They're behind the scenes. Okay. Brian Brooks, and he's in the list too. I'm going to vote for him for sure. He's one of my favorite crypto people because he started he basically started the bull run. It was like, I think it was one tweet. No, it was a Medium article he wrote. He started it. He has ultimate power, and people do not give him that credit. They don't know. I guess a lot of people still don't know how much power he has in the crypto space, and going forward, what's going to happen in the crypto space with regulatory definitions and clarity. So I applaud Brian Armstrong for taking an apolitical stance, saying no politics in the workspace, because what does it do? It tears people up, and it rips them apart. It rips a company apart. I would do the same thing. It would be a rule. So, Alex Mezmej, creator of Alex, for riding the wave of now that's funny, actually. Looks like he's the one who started self-tokenization. So he I don't know. I didn't know this, but it looks like what they're saying is he tokenized himself. Reminds me of I had John McAfee on my channel, and John McAfee told me, he said, why don't we tokenize members of Congress? I said, that's an idea. That was one of the main points in the video that I highlighted. Why don't we tokenize members of Congress? That way, it would be decentralized. We would be voting by our buys of their token. And that's how they would get elected. I mean, they would see their true value in the eyes of the public opinion. And so I guess this guy tokenized himself. So I don't know much about it. I'm not going to vote for that. But it's a funny concept. Why is it doing this? Okay. Hayden Adams, now he's been celebrated. He's a kid. I mean, he looks like a kid. I don't know how old he is. Probably like 23 or something. He created Uniswap, and Uniswap, as most of you know, took off. I mean, it really took off this summer, and it had more volume. It was the biggest DEX, of course, decentralized exchange. meaning there's no central authority who holds your tokens. It's a kind of a peer-to-peer swap. Of course, we paid a lot of gas fees in Ethereum this summer. A lot of us did, but you gotta pay. You gotta spend money to make money. You gotta spend it to make it. That's how it works. Hayden Adams, I'm not gonna say. I'm not super duper in support of Uniswap over other exchanges, maybe, because it's becoming more funded by big companies, and it's just there's something not exactly. Oh, that uni airdrop was. I hope there's more things like that coming. I think there will be, but yeah. And then I'll talk about that in a second. Yeah, Uniswap, in my opinion, seems to be. I don't know. It's not as much like by the people. It almost reminds me of a centralized exchange a little. It's not, but it's nice. It's very nice. It's easy to use, intuitive design, innovative, and it puts a lot more control in your hands over what happens with your money. Well, you still pay fees to the miners, but that's part of the decentralization, and that's going to go away with ETH 2.0 once we're able to stake our Ethereum into liquidity pools, and therefore we won't have to pay the miners any fees anymore. So I think Ethereum 2.0 is on schedule to probably drop or release this year, I hope, maybe next year. No. Uniswap, if you used it before, I think, September, if you used it anytime before September, you got 400 Uni tokens for free. They just dropped it into your Ethereum address. And that was a surprise. A lot of people were surprised. I was very fortunate, and I didn't learn about the Uni airdrop until like 2 days afterwards. And so it was around $8. That was the top. I sold 3/4 of them at $7.50, and that was like a good. It was like $2,100 or $2,500 for free. Very nice. I mean, that is what I'm talking about when it comes to decentralization. That is an amazing incentive. I'm really glad they gave back. That was really cool. And honestly, I really should have kept them. I didn't know enough about them at the time. I just figured, it's free. It's free tokens. It's going up now, but people are going to sell. And they did. Now it's down to $3. And I could buy back in right now, probably that's probably the best discount I'll get. I don't think it's going to go below 2, but it might. It might go to 150. I don't know. It still might have another 50% drop. I don't know. If it does go down below 2, I'm going to buy back. Because Uniswap, the exchange, has their Uni tokens now. And I equate those to the BNB token on Binance. You can pool them as well and create LP tokens. So it's very useful for a lot of applications and uses. So Hayden Adams, he really does deserve a lot of credit for what he was doing, but I don't believe it was just him. There was a lot of people behind him helping him out, and I think he's just kind of the face, but I could be wrong. I need to look into that a little more. I'm not going to vote for him, but I'm going to keep him in mind if I go down and everyone's not accounted for and everyone's not voted for yet. So let's go. Why does it do that? Oh, come on now. Okay, now it's getting ridiculous. I'm trying to scroll down if you're listening, and it keeps bouncing up to the top of the page. Please don't do it. Okay. The next one is the Anon. The Anon. How do you say it? I don't know. The anonymous person. That's what Anon means. Anon. It's Anon. The Anon who called out Craig Wright by signing a Bitcoin address CSW claimed to own. Eh, that's one of those that might be another one of those fake news types of deals that you don't know. With these big headlines and all, especially in the cryptoverse, they had a lot of time to plan out. Now, I'll tell you one thing too, if you didn't know. Cycles rule over everything. So the cycle's going to go no matter what. Bitcoin's going to drop when the cycle dictates that it's going to drop, which I do believe actually. Bo Polney, okay, he's a friend of mine. Now, in December, he says that's when Bitcoin will take a sharp decline in December. I hope he's right. He's been pretty right for the most part. That's why I pay attention to him. I subscribe to his newsletter. So he thinks that in December is going to happen, the big drop. I hope he's right, because then that'll give us time to have a good little alt season type of bull run, which was just a blast in July and August. It was such a blast. That was the first time I experienced it. We experienced that, a lot of us, for the first time in July, June, July, August. Just everything was flying. A lot of things, most things were flying. A lot of the higher market cap coins weren't really moving as much, but the whole Uniswap DeFi thing, I mean, if you didn't get involved in that, check it out. I think, and the NFT craze is coming, I think. I think that's going to be, it might not be as big as the DeFi space, because I don't think as many people with a lot of money are interested in NFTs as much as maybe as like yield farming, because they're not really used to that kind of thing, but they're used to like earning interest on their money, and so the yield farming was very attractive. But the NFT space is going to be huge in 2021. I believe it's going to be big, because there's going to be a lot of people coming into the space. There's another reason I think that we're going to go digital. We're going digital. If we have another lockdown, especially, people, and also too, it's depressing. People, personally, I've been having fun with the NFT space. It's really kind of helped distract me. It's helping distract me while also incentivizing me to make money for free on these NFTs. It's just, to me, it's a no-brainer, but I guess you really have to kind of understand. I used to love Pokemon cards. I didn't even play the game. I would collect them and I would sell them. I remember my school in 7th grade, they didn't allow Pokemon cards. They made a rule, no Pokemon cards, because it was becoming a big craze for these kids like me in junior high and grade school. And thanks, Alex, bro. But thank you, dude. That's really nice of you. I appreciate the intention behind your comment. You're awesome too, man. I gotta DM you too. I'm gonna direct message you on Twitter. All right. And tell me what's your Twitter handle again? I forgot. It's different than your name on YouTube. By the way, Alex D Vlogs has a YouTube channel. Go check him out and subscribe. Alex D Vlogs, XRP enthusiast. All right, and okay, so I'm not gonna. Why did they do this? I don't even press anything and it goes. So Brad Garlinghouse is in there. We have quite a few more. This is so dumb. They need to work on their mobile browser. It's just okay. Okay, now let's go to Robert Leshner, the Compound Finder, for leading the first DeFi project to overtake MakerDAO. That's fine. I'm not really crazy into Compound or Maker, but those were definitely DeFi projects even before Yearn Finance. These came out like last year, and I'll tell you what, Chico Crypto was really on top of this stuff. He is, and he was talking about MakerDAO last year, and I'm sure, I don't know what kind of year it's had, to be honest, but I think he was talking about Compound too. But anyways, I'm not going to vote for Robert because I'm not too involved in the the yield farming and space. I wasn't too involved in that, so I don't know exactly the ins and outs of that. Arthur Hayes, yeah, that's a funny one. They put Arthur Hayes up for the running. He's the CEO of BitMEX. He's on the run for remaining. He's there for remaining out of grasp. I think that's funny. Maybe to some he's like a hero, but I don't see why. He scammed a lot of people with all his leverage trading on his exchange, and it wasn't within regulatory standards at all. He didn't care. They made a shit ton of money putting 100x leverage options on and putting incentives to get people to bring people in, unsuspecting noobs, plebes, who unfortunately probably lost a ton of money trying to trade leverage because they had an overconfidence in themselves, which wasn't rational. So it's not exactly his fault. He did do it. He did something wrong because the rest of his crew got arrested about 2 months ago. Now, no one knows where he's at. I'm sure he'll get caught. I mean, I'm sure. They usually tend to catch these types of people with all the technology that they have nowadays. I mean, everything is traceable now. Everything. Almost. I mean, I'm even thinking maybe Monero has a private layer or something. Maybe they know, maybe they actually can track it without people knowing. I don't know, because they're trying to pay. I think the IRS is paying a big reward for anyone who can hack or crack the Monero code and get into it, because they don't like it. That's probably why the price is going up, because people are realizing Monero is true money. It's like silver or gold because you can't trace it. That's why the Monero price is going insane. It's not going insane, but look at the chart. Go check out the chart right now. People are realizing that might be the only way for the governments to not be able to trace them. They can go anywhere in the world with Monero, and no one will find them. However, I'm not advocating for it. It might be I don't know what they're gonna do if they crack down with laws, and if they catch you with holding it or something. I don't know what could happen. You might get fined. You might get arrested. I don't know. Just saying, be careful. Use your own judgment and do your own research. So I'm not going to vote for Arthur Hayes, but that did give me a little laugh. Aubrey Strobel, Lolly, communications director, because memes matter. I do believe memes matter, and they are becoming a big deal. But I don't know much about Lolly, so I'm not going to vote for her. J.K. Rowling. Oh, yeah. I remember that. J.K. Rowling, author. She wrote the Harry Potter series. For bringing crypto Twitter together and tearing us apart. Now, she was talking about Bitcoin, tweeting about it. It was a good few weeks where she just was, I guess she was trying to figure out Bitcoin, and then people tell her, and then she started making fun of it, and the Bitcoin Maxi's real. Whew, man. Did not like that. So a lot of people on Twitter were opposing her views and the things she was saying, probably just trying to fish. I don't think she was taking any of it seriously, but she did bring a lot of attention to the crypto space from outsiders. So that was good. A lot of people are starting to do that. Celebrities, big bankers, just a lot of people celebrities, are actually starting to speak up about crypto. Oh, I'm back. Sorry. I gotta. Okay. So I'm not gonna. because I don't think she took it serious. I don't know. Maybe someone paid her to do that. I'm always suspicious, but I'm not gonna vote for her. But I think she's a very interesting candidate. Now, Chef Nomi, Sushi Swap creator. That was a very weird and awkward situation, and very kind of terrible for a lot of the sushi holders. They lost money. a lot. They lost a lot of money. Chef Nomi, SushiSwap creator, for forking Uniswap, creating discussion around governance tokens and VC funding. Okay, so that's what the whole Uniswap thing is I'm talking about. They have a lot of VC funding. Meaning, to my knowledge, that it seems to be like becoming more centralized because these big entities are in charge of it, controlling it, and probably release dates and stuff like that. Whereas if it was controlled by the community, we would have a lot more trust in it. We would be able to govern our own community token. So that's why I do have respect for SushiSwap. I don't respect what Chef Nomi did. Now, he took $18 million out. He was in charge of it. He created it. He sold $18 million worth of his token, Sushi. And all the holders felt it. They felt it hard because it dropped hard. And they were very upset. And he did it very suddenly, out of nowhere. And so they were starting to dox him. They were trashing him big time online on crypto Twitter. Oh, by the way, this survey is I tweeted it out. Go to my Twitter. It's my last tweet. I tweeted it out for you guys if you want to check it out. I can't put the link. Can I put the link in the description? I might be able to. Let me see. Let me try to do that real quick. Or put it in the chat. So you guys can go vote too. It's just fun, you know. It's not really a big deal because CoinDesk they're centralized, you know. So they're gonna make their own choices on these, and that's what happens. They show you a little bit of freedom with choice. They give you a little bit of freedom, but then they really don't care. I think they don't care as much. They're gonna choose who they choose, and a lot of it nowadays is for financial gain or political reasons. That's what everything is nowadays. That's why we are going to go into a whole new world. And I see it already. I see the future. We're going to go into a whole new world where the people's voices actually matter. Our opinions, the way we feel about things actually will matter because we will put the vote in and our votes will count for one vote on everything. And I'm not saying, I say vote metaphorically, you know, we're going to put our opinion in, and our opinion actually will count in the future. Right now, not so much, because these central authorities have the power to sway and manipulate. I'll go into that a little later. That was one of David Schwartz's points in the thread on centralization and the Twitter and Fox debate on Twitter. From David Schwartz. So I'm going to go into that. I like the way he talks about it objectively, and he actually wants the XRP community to think. That's his kind of his community. That's kind of his community. He wants to be proud of the XRP, even though, are we proud of the XRP price? I'm not. No, I wish they would throw us a bone and just let it go to $1. You know, let some people survive. Do something. I think it's manipulated. That doesn't mean it is. That means I have an opinion, and my opinion is that the XRP price is manipulated by some kind of authority, or maybe multiple authorities who own a majority of the XRP. Let it do something. Now, in the end, it's probably going to blast off higher and just more explosively than any crypto in the space.